Hello, everybody. My name is Chris Gorgeous, and as of this recording, it's March 31st, and to say the least, the past few weeks has been a bit of a roller coaster. So a couple weeks ago, I did put out a video about some basic signs that people should know during the coronavirus outbreak, and in today's video, I thought it might be appropriate to show some basic signs to express how we may be feeling during these times. Many of us are frightened or fearful or feeling isolated or lonely. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you a few basic signs that cover those types of feelings. But before we get started, feel free to let me know how this crisis has personally affected you down in the comments down below. And of course, I do encourage everybody to stay up to date with everything that's going on, and especially with all the information coming out of the CDC. And I will leave a link to the CDC's website down below. And I do want to reassure you that even though these are unprecedented times, together we can get through this. And if, like me, you too are under a shelter-at-home order or a stay-at-home order in your state or your country, and you may be feeling the effects of social distancing, I did create an article that is a little more positive and uplifting, and it's entitled 7 Ways to Cope with Coronavirus Fatigue. So I'll also leave a link to that article down in the description down below. And I do want to mention, starting tomorrow for the entire month of April, I do plan on giving away a lot of my programs for free. So be sure to stick around till the end of the video for more details about that. So with all that said, I'm going to go ahead and go over some signs for some feelings that we may want to express. And keep in mind, when you are doing these signs, your facial expressions are very important and can actually change the meaning of the sign. So with that in mind, I'll go ahead and show you the first sign, which is just feeling. And you just basically put your middle finger down a little bit, and it's going to go across your chest like this for feeling. The next one I wanted to show you was the sign or signs for scared or frightened. So this one actually has a few variations to it. One of them is you start with fists like this, and they're going to go out into open fives like this across your chest for scared or frightened. Another way that you might see that sign is without the fists, and they just be open fives going across the chest like this. So scared or frightened, or scared or frightened. And again, you want to have that facial expression match the sign that you're conveying. So keep in mind that there may be even more variations that are used in your local deaf communities. So my recommendation is to go ahead and use the variation that is most common in your local community. The next sign I wanted to show you is nervous. Typically it's just like this, where you shake your index fingers down. So if you happen to be watching this from Canada, I've seen another version of nervous being signed like this. In ASL in the United States, typically this means cold, like cold. So if you're watching this video in Canada, just keep in mind that most of the signs that I'm showing are used in the United States. Another feeling that many of us are going through right now is loneliness or isolation. So the sign for alone is just you circling the number 1 hand shape like this. Now if you're feeling lonely, that is going to get a little closer and you're going to sign it towards your chest. Like you're feeling all alone, you're feeling lonely. However, if you wanted to sign isolation, you would sign it a little bit differently. You almost set up like a cave with your non-dominant hand, and that isolation is going to be underneath. So isolated or isolation. On a more positive note, if you look forward to being happy when all this is over, the sign for happy is like this, happy. So another sign that I wanted to show to you is disconnected. So many of us with social distancing may be feeling disconnected from one another. So the sign for relationship or a connection is like you're linking two things together. However, if you're becoming disconnected, then that connection breaks. Disconnected away from each other, or if someone is becoming disconnected from you, it could become disconnected from you, just like that. So it's kind of a locational sign too, depending on how you use it. One thing I've been seeing a lot lately is that people are feeling bored. They're stuck in their homes and they've run out of things to do, or they just want to go out and socialize. So the sign for bored is just like this, bored. Just a couple more. The next sign I wanted to show you is miss you, like I really miss seeing you. So this sign can easily be confused with a lot of others because there's a lot of signs on the chin, particularly with the 1 hand shape. But the sign for I miss you starts on the chin, it twists in a little bit, and it goes out. I miss you. And you can also do I miss you. And again, it wouldn't just be I miss you, it'd be I miss you. Make sure the facial expression expresses the feeling that you're signing. So the last sign I'm going to show you is a really good example of how the facial expression can change the meaning of the sign. So the sign is like this, but depending on your facial expression, it could either mean settle, calm, or relieved. So for settle, like I'm really looking forward to things settling down, you would just kind of do this motion, or settle. The other one is calm, like you need to calm down, or I need to remain calm. Calm. And then the other one is relieved. So that would be like a deep exhale. Relieved. I feel relieved. So those are just a few signs of feelings that I wanted to share with you. As I had mentioned earlier in the video, for the month of April, I wanted to do something special for all of you. So some of the programs and services that I typically offer, I'm going to give away for free. So one of the things that I'm going to be offering for free for the entire month of April is I'm going to be hosting weekly ASL group practice sessions. And the reason why I wanted to make that available to everybody is because one of the challenges I hear over and over again is from ASL students that don't have others to practice with. So if that is something that you might be interested in, I'll go ahead and leave a link to that in the description down below. Another thing that I'll be offering too is one-on-one language coaching or one-on-one tutoring. So if that is something that you're interested in, I'll go ahead and leave a link in the description for that as well. And if you would like to see a full list of everything that I'm going to be offering for free for the month of April, I'll leave a link for that as well in the description down below. So I know that was a lot of information, and I know we are all going through a lot right now, and it is more important now than ever than to remain connected so we may be able to get through this crisis together. So I encourage everybody to stay safe, to stay home, and to stay healthy. And until next time, I'll see you later.